Hello, Indrani Desouza.
Ah, look at that. Hello.
Hi.
It's so good to see you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
As usual.
Oh, gosh. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. My LA actress. Look at you.
My LA teacher and coach and mentor and everything else.
Love you, love you, love you. You know, hey. We just guide. We don't make. I have a question that I ask everyone to start these interviews off because it's amazing the answers that I get back, and that's why I love asking. Your turn. Why acting? Why'd you choose it?
God, there's a lot of different reasons, but I think the main reason why I was drawn to acting and I'm continuing it is because it parallels a lot of my own personal journey.
Really?
In life, yeah, and like
How
growth.
so?
A lot of things that I wanted to work on in my personal life, like how to advocate for myself, how to express myself, how to let go, how to judge people less and understand, you know, why we all do the weird things we do for myself and other people, I think is why I gravitate towards acting. So I guess a better way to say it might be I like observing people, and it's helped me understand other people and myself a lot better.
That's very cool. Are you the watcher? You're one of the watchers?
Yeah, I'm like...
I am too. So.
Definitely the wallflower, just like observing everyone.
Checking it out.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
It's good and bad and ugly and beautiful and all the things.
Yeah, it's a spectrum.
Yeah. See, I know, you know, the audiences know, but I know that you're a dancer.
Yes, I'm also a dancer.
That was your first, like, artistic, I think?
Yes, my first foray into, like...
The arts.
The arts, yeah.
Okay. So what do you notice is a huge difference between dance and acting, good and bad? Because, you know, you're going to have the whole spectrum.
Yeah. I think with dance, so dance is also a lovely medium to learn how to step in the shoes of another person, to express yourself, you know, lose inhibitions, perform, connect with people. I think acting is a more explicit way of doing that. Because dance, you are typically coupled with music, which is amazing, a different way to connect. But I think acting deals with the human medium and behavior and relationships in a way that's so direct that it's very much in your face sometimes, for better or worse. And I think that leads to a deeper connection with the audience, deeper connection with yourself. So I think it's a deeper and more explicit connection, more so than dance. Yeah. But dance is wonderful too in its own way.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You're a dancer too.
Yeah, I used to, you know, and it's like, oh boy, I get it. It's weird because it's almost like acting feels more exposed.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm. That's where I was going with it. Yeah, for sure. You're not only, I think, in expressing, but literally exposed with a camera closer to your face sometimes.
Yeah, right on top of you. Right up your nose, I like to say. It's like
all
they're
up in your
right
nose.
up in your nose.
All up in there. But I will say, though, I think they feed each other, too. Like, I think they're related. And, yeah, I'm glad I got to experience both. I get to experience both.
Well, it's like you have this great thing that people who have not trained in dance have. You have this body awareness, you know, and you probably, you know, I'm just assuming, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but does it help you when you're creating characters?
I think it does, yeah. Being comfortable or learning how to be more comfortable with my body has been super helpful. I used to be very much the opposite, like very uncomfortable.
You're joking.
So uncomfortable.
When?
Oh my God, Indrani, like...
Can't imagine.
It's probably started at a normal, you know, puberty period where you're learning about yourself and who you are and whatever. But I remember when I started college, I would literally have exercises for myself where I go to the coffee shop and say I will have a conversation with someone and not like avert eye contact and just have a conversation and make eye contact. So it was bad.
Oh, because
Like,
so shy.
shy, uncomfortable with my like my body, how I occupy the space. So to answer your question, it's been super helpful, and I think it's been a great way for me to work on my own relationship with my body. So it really helps with acting, you know, when taking a character or trying to explore a world in that person's point of view in the way they would walk in it. So.
Right. Oh man,
Yeah.
I can't imagine you super inhibited and shy in that way. Was it because growing up something happened, being isolated, not having a lot of friends, siblings? I don't know.
I think a mix of everything. So I grew up in a really conservative household.
Oh,
very
that makes
religious.
sense. Oh,
Asian culture is a little bit more, you know, introverted, or at least like you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. A little bit of
is it considered negative, rude?
yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to like, and you know, things are changing now, which is great. But I was a very self-conscious kid. I know a lot of people are, but
Right.
that's kind of where
puberty wreaks havoc on you.
Yeah,
So,
my God. Sometimes it still feels like I'm going through puberty.
yes.
Aren't we all?
Yes.
We're all going through self-discovery all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up pretty shy. I think through dance, through art, through meeting people, I've kind of learned how to be more comfortable with myself. And it's been great.
Oh, that's a nice thing.
It's lovely. Isn't that so sweet?
It is because, you know, some people just can't get through that, fight through that.
Yeah, which is why I think it's great, like how we're going back to, you know, why acting, why dancing. I think like all of that I'm understanding has kind of helped me become who I am today.
Yeah,
Although that's also still a work in progress, but I think, yeah, it's all informed that, yeah.
You ever had a life moment where you're like, oh yes, that acting helped.
That what?
That acting thing really helped.
Oh my.
Whether it was encountering somebody or a situation that, you know, you were like, I remember this in a script, or you know what I mean?
Oh.
Where you can it actually went right to your real life, reflected it.
In acting, I think, yeah, like I think characters
Sometimes relationships.
just sometimes little bit those pain
Yes.
points.
Yes.
No, I think I can't think of a particular moment. I think it's always just constantly bouncing and reflecting off each other. So I can't remember a specific event, but I think in general, you know, I'm just constantly relating like, oh, okay, this relationship in the script between a mother and daughter is very similar to what I can experience and what I draw from my past, right? And how we butt heads and conflict and are both in pain somehow, but can't understand each other, and how we eventually come to a resolution or not, you know? So I think,
because one can inform the other.
yeah, I think it's constantly more so of a back and forth like that than like one canon event for me.
Yeah, because I remember it's like, oh my God, I remember doing a scene like this.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
actually,
mean?
yeah.
Or the opposite's like doing a scene. It's like, I remember this happening in real life. Oh my God. And it's bizarre.
Yeah, it really is. And you're like, wow, like art is life.
This really is.
It really hits, yeah.
The writer really did a number here. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Understood.
Which is why we love it.
And that's why we love it. And that's why we wreak havoc on ourselves emotionally.
Yep, we're masochists. That's what I've accepted.
So true.
We just love to give ourselves pain because life apparently doesn't give it enough.
No, it's like, no, let's do it in my job too.
It's also our therapy, I guess. So
It is very therapeutic. It is quite therapeutic. You know, it's weird. You still need therapy, but it's very therapeutic.
Yes.
You know, when you have problems grasping a script, a character, a something, you know, I don't know. You've done a huge body of work at this point. What is it that helps you ground down? How do you find your way into it? You know, what helps for all the actors out there who are like, I don't get it.
I feel like my process changes. Like it's still something I'm figuring out. But I think what I try to do the most is like figure out the nonverbal and nonverbal and kind of subtext behind the person. I'm gonna say psychoanalyze a little bit, but try to figure out, like you teach us sometimes too in our coursework. For example, what are these people's or person's hopes and dreams? What are their fears? What do they fear the most? And I find I try to answer those questions for the other character that I would ask for myself. So for example, if I'm, trying to figure out what my attachment style is, or how I'm, what causes me to crack or causes me to break.
I like your attachment style.
Yeah, like those types of questions.
On that.
Oh God. So like, how do you?
I like that.
How do you approach your intimate relationships? What triggers you? Where do those come from in your childhood and past? And, have you dealt with them for a long time? Are you dealing with them right now? Are they in the past now and you're healed from that? And I think getting to that level of nonverbal subtext of a person can tell you a lot of why they might say certain things in what we can tell from a script. And at the end of the day, it's what you teach us, which is getting behind the person, and figuring out their entire background and what makes them tick and, what makes them operate the way they do. So.
Because it's never out of nothing. It's not just plucked out of the blue. It's like,
exactly.
No, there's a reason.
Exactly.
There's a freeway that got them there.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that one? A freeway.
I like that one. That was a good one. I use that one.
He's just like, freeway. Okay. What is the one thing, if there's one or more than perhaps, what is the thing that really bugs you about the industry? Get real. What is the thing? It's like, I cannot stand this. I know.
Oh, God.
I know.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, don't name names, but
I'm not gonna,
just scenarios.
Just observations.
Yes. Yes.
I think the hardest thing for me, something that I'm learning to come to terms with, is marrying the business with the art. I think that in itself is an art form. And
indeed.
It is. And I love the art because you explore the humanity in people, the pain, the good, like you said, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. And then you get into the business of it, and it's almost like people forget the point of the art form is the humanity in it. And then it gets really convoluted, and sometimes people are very superficial at times. That's just the nature of the business. It is what it is, Right. But I think
the money comes into play.
It does, and the money's necessary. But I think that's one of the things for me that has been a little bit of an adjustment to have to make.
Right. You're like, isn't this artistic? What's going on?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, but we want to make money.
I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, that's why you help us make us incredible actors who can still do a great job and
under any circumstances.
Performance under any circumstances. And I'm like, okay, that's why Indrani teaches us what she teaches us. So I'd say that's probably one of the biggest takes so far. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. I like this one. Advice for people starting now. Because you've been in it for a while now. And I love asking you guys because, you're still, who knows what's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
But you've had enough experience now where it's like, okay, what can you offer to the brand new person?
It's a great question.
I know, right?
Yeah. I would ask them. I would ask them to consider the whys a bit more. I think, you know, I think most people want to try acting because it's fun, for one. Like, what an awesome way to play as an adult.
Yeah.
And just have fun. And I know, you know, the fame and like being seen is really attractive too.
Yeah.
So I think on top of that, like just asking yourself why, like what are you attracted to about this? Beyond that, what do you hope to achieve out of it? I think those are good questions to ask yourself, because when things get rough or when obstacles come up, they will help you move through that. And those are the questions I ask myself when things get tough. So I'd ask those things to them, or ask them to ask themselves that.
Vivian, it's wonderful talking to you.
Indrani, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.